What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your morning. Let's move this just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Start sharing my screen so you guys can see. Am I good? Am I in the middle? All right, sounds good. So my entry point as of right now on my latest entry on DGAZ is definitely not the best. I don't have a 100% position. I have a 50% position on DGAZ. I'm in at an average of 131. Right now it's down about $1. So I'm down about, $100, right? So let's check this out. So I'm down about 109. There we go. It's selling off. The thing that I really like about natural gas is that it's still showing signs of an uptrend, although my entry is not the best, right? So that just means that, again, I don't want to add more to my position and average down because right now it's descending. So it could so like, let's say it's uptrending right now, right? Because it continues to make higher highs and higher lows. That's great, but the market just opened. The direction can completely change. And with that understanding, I feel like, okay, I have a 100 share position size. That's large enough, right? That's about $12,000. And, with that being said, I just don't want to overdo it. It's not showing signs of an uptrend just yet. It's been showing signs of it making higher highs throughout, all morning. I really wish that I was able to take advantage of every opportunity. I woke up at around 5:30 and that's when I started to trade. But, I could have woken up at 5 o'clock and there was quite a bit of margin to be made around that time. But yeah, it's around 7:34 a.m. So I've been trading for about, 2 to 3 hours. I'm not too sure. I'm kind of tired, but here we go. This is my overall P&L on the day. I'm up a little bit over 1,600, or at least above 1,500, right? So I was up nearly, I'm down $62 right now on the open. So let's just take that into consideration that I have not closed out that position. So that's still something that I have to wait out for. But I'm very happy with what it is that I am up. And yeah. Let's see, here we go. Let's check this out. So look, I'm looking at natural gas right now. Natural gas is still showing signs of it being extremely, bullish in my opinion. And again, that is solely my opinion. If you don't see the same pattern that I do, all power to you. Don't trade it. But look at the MACD. MACD is starting to reverse. So is the RSI. Again, it's not that it's the best deal possible, but it's that it's showing this like pattern of just consistently making higher highs and higher lows. And I personally find, again, it's kind of like DGAZ yesterday, but now it's UGAZ, right? Or natural gas, whatever it is that you want to call it. So here we go. I'm going to give it a little bit more time for it to confirm that uptrend. And then I can add more to my position and then we can kind of go from there. So again, I just want to make sure, there we go. So we're making higher highs. Don't know what my entry is that high. Here, let's check this out. Okay, and there's a pullback. Perfect. Of course, when I get in, right? That makes sense. Here we go. Alrighty. Now I want to make sure that I manage my risk accordingly, right? Especially now that my position size is a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion. I think that that's a lot of money that I just invested, and if it's not to you, then that's okay, but it's a lot to me, so that's what matters, right? To me. Let's see. Here we go. Just gonna have my order ready, right? Hit highs of around 131.75. I'd be more than happy to sell, I hate this. I'd be more than happy to sell at 131.30. I don't need the, of course it'd be great. I just don't want to be too, what's it called? Just risky. There we go. Nice little push up. Here we go. And it's been making higher highs again. Let's follow through with natural gas. It's been making higher highs as every time that it pushes up, it makes higher highs. So we could expect it to, make higher highs. But again, the market just opened. I don't know how that's going to affect its overall uptrend. I just don't want to risk it, right? So let's go ahead and go back to DGAZ and check this out. Let's see how much it is that I'm up. As of right now, I'm barely up anything. Well, it received a little bit of a pullback. So my average is 130.67. So yeah, my average is definitely not the best, but it's not bad. So yeah, let's check this out. See where we're at. The MACD is still in our favor. The direction for the day is still in our favor, right? The only thing that would not be in our favor, and again, I'm just trying to point out both the pros and the cons of making sure that I'm aware of both ends, right? It's not the best deal, right? So it can be due for a pullback. So yeah. Hooey. And there we go. Nice little pullback. So Juan is saying, Ricky, you are not following your rules. What rules am I not following? That's what I'd like to know. RSI below 50. That's a matter that's irrelevant to me when it comes down to scalping a day trade. Here we go. Is there a change of pattern? Let's take a look at DGAZ and how that's looking. Oh, DGAZ with a nice little push up. Wow. Really nice push up. Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it. You might want to reach out to your brokerage. I'm not too sure what brokerage it is that you are using, but your day trade buying power. You might have used more money than you had in your account, so they're what's it called? Holding it back as of right now. So feel free to call them. Yo, just broke the resistance. Wow. Okay. Massive sell-off. And again, market opened. Did you guys see? I mean, it did this also during pre-market hours when it would sell off and get really close to that middle VWAP and push up, but it was aggressively pushing up during pre-market hours. And this is something that we can take a note of. As soon as the market opened, the volatility and the overall demand can drastically change. So it looked like a shift of direction. It didn't necessarily make higher highs. I could have locked in profits. And again, that's why I pointed that out, because I've experienced that before. But there it goes. Again, it's selling off as of right now. And yeah, I mean, we'll have to check. The MACD is pretty oversold. So is the RSI. Let's see the 4-hour chart. the decent, yeah, it's way too, I can't see it on my charts. No. Let's check this out. All right, let's see. It looks like we might be getting a bounce. It looks like on /NG, and again, this is like a support that it was building like right before the market opened, where it really consolidated. And I mean, I was keeping you guys up to date on my position here when I added to it and stuff like that. It looks like it's trying to consolidate around here. We don't know 100% if it's, you know, actually going to bounce off of this. It try to make higher highs or at least consolidate. We're still not above the EMA. It's still acting as a resistance. So let's make sure that we're aware of that, right? Oh, yeah, I did see that. Okay. So you're talking about this. So the previous around like 4.25, right? Old supports here, connect as a new resistance. Yeah, that makes sense. Just the MACD is something that I find pretty attractive on the natural gas reversal. But yeah, I could be 100% wrong. So. Alrighty. Hooey. You guessed to 160. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be nice, right? But we'll see how the day follows. I mean, it could. It looks like DGAZ is trying to consolidate right around that middle VWAP, and the EMA line is still acting as a support. So, I mean, overall, the SMA line and the overall direction for the day is not in DGAZ's favor, but it could 100%, you know, shift directions. DGAZ has been very strong lately, so. Here we go. Yikes. There we go. Yeah, I could probably get multiple monitors and stuff like that, but I have two, and I feel like if I get any more, it's ridiculous enough. So I mean, I have my laptop here as well. So yeah, so I could probably like open up my laptop just to be looking at like UGAZ, be looking at DGAZ, and then be looking at natural gas. But I don't want to overdo it, and I know not everybody watching has access to like multiple monitors. So you know, it's not necessary. It'd be more, yeah, but maybe if I really, really need it, but yeah. Oh, there it goes. It's making higher highs. All right, now you're going to make me open up the second monitor. Let's check this. The RSI is so overbought. Just don't want to ride this anymore. Yeah. Yeah, the 4.25 support is now broken on natural gas. So the support that we talked about here, the old resistance and the old new support, now that's broken. So let's see. Yep, no signs of a reversal just yet. So alrighty. At what point, what was that? At what point would you say that a reversal is most likely to happen? When we go through the consolidation phase and when it kind of like it always does, right? So it sells off and then begins to flatline and consolidate, right? Builds a support, consolidates, flatlines. So that takes time, right? And then it begins to make higher highs. So when it's above the EMA line, and not just one candle above the EMA line, but it pushes up, pulls back, pushes up, pulls back, and it acts as, like this upward staircase pattern. That's what I would see as some form of, indicator of this reversal. So I'm going to grab a glass of water. That's it. What's going on, Ryan? What's up? Yep, natural gas report is today. It's going to be in about 40 minutes. Let's see. Am I holding something? Yeah, I'm still in UGAZ. I don't know if you saw me take the position, but I took the position while we were live. So so that's a good question. Can you guys help me out with this? So if you see an uptrend on DGAZ, why not switch? Like, why don't I switch positions? Like, if I was in UGAZ and then I see a change of direction on DGAZ, like kind of like what happened. This thing was descending, right? And then as soon as I see it break above the EMA line, why might I not switch right away? Like what? And there's not a right or wrong answer. It's all based off of experience and opinion, and we're all in different points, right? So because natural gas hasn't broken its uptrend yet, overall direction is in favor of UGAZ. So there's a bunch of different people sharing their own opinion on maybe why not. I'll share mine, right? So I saw DGAZ and I traded DGAZ, right? So I'm up 145, not up very much again. But one of my biggest mistakes when I was trading like UGAZ and DGAZ is trying to, like, when I would sell UGAZ and think that UGAZ is at the tip, right, at the top, I would go into DGAZ, and as DGAZ is descending, I would try to buy the reversals. But again, I'm going against the pattern for the day. I'm investing in a descending pattern, and sometimes it doesn't even hit the middle VWAP and then just continues to aggressively sell off. The risk was just not worth the reward in my eyes. Based off of previous patterns, this has not happened during pre-market hours, so I didn't expect it to happen. And when it was pushing up and it broke above the EMA line, okay, I was like, okay, cool. And then it can consolidate. It offers about 1% margin. 1% margin is great, but it's also a descending pattern for something that overall on the day continues to make lower lows. So 3 negatives do not outweigh that 1% margin of profit that I could have expected based off of previous patterns. Like I didn't know that it was going to do this. If I did, then what's going on, David? But yeah, I had no idea that it was going to. If I did, like, obviously this margin of profit is much more attractive, right? 2.5%. That might be worth the risk on a downtrend pattern if I would have known. But again, you never truly know. So old support here around 59. You see this where it consolidated, acting as a new resistance. Again, old support, new resistance. But yeah, that's pretty much why. I just didn't see the risk to be worth it. I have done really well with, my entry might have not been the best, 100%. I think that we could all admit that for me, right? This would have been a much better entry, or even waiting for higher highs and waiting for a pullback and stuff like that. Like, the more patient that you become, the better. And that's still something that I have to work on from time to time. But the way that I was trading during pre-market hours was a little bit more aggressive, kind of like I was trying to scalp it and stuff like that. So that led to my overall mistake, and I'm still up, the 1,300, but now I'm down $314, which is quite a bit of money on UGAZ. But altogether, again, that's pretty much why. So I hope that explanation was good. So are you gonna hold it when the report comes out? Heck no. Drick, you should know this. You've been with us. Oh, I never hold it during that natural gas report. Oh, it's starting to pull back a little bit. Definitely don't want to ride this thing back down. I might have to cut losses here, team. Think this is all, folks. Let's check it. Check it. I need some water. Nope, DGAZ is still selling off. Got my multiple monitors, right? No, just kidding. I just have this one. But Don, what's 10%? Yeah, too much money for me to just throw away. Boom. Let's see. Oh, I didn't look at natural gas. Yeah, natural gas is, let's see. I just want the confirmation that we're making lower lows. And once I get that, I'll push the button for both of us. Let's see. What is it? DGAZ has a support at $58. Can it break below it? It's consolidating there for DGAZ. Not too sure if you guys can see it, but DGAZ is consolidating at $58, but it's being held down. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Which way are we going? Yikes. Let's see. Super happy to hear that. So the MACD is in favor of DGAZ as of right now. Yeah. sleep. I don't know why I always do this to myself. It like ruins my whole day. I'm all like sluggish all day. Here we go. Oh. Yikes. Shares. All right. I sold 50% of my position, or I cut losses on 50%. So just wanted to give myself a little bit more like cushion, right? As it's becoming a little bit more risky. Here we go. But of course, as soon as I sell, it'd be like, bloop, 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 bloop. There we go. We're just hanging out. Just hanging out. There we go. It's called the Ricky effect. Panda life, I couldn't agree with you more, right? Yeah. It's really kind of like hard. I'm looking at like natural gas right now, and I'm trying to like, what I like to do is kind of like take a step back and really look at the pattern and stuff like that. And as of right now, like we're really not making higher highs. We're really just consolidating, and there might be like a peak formation and stuff like that. So, definitely something that we might want to take into consideration as, the previous resistance was great. Yeah, all that good stuff. But as of right now, there's not such a clear like direction for you guys right now. So, and there's not like an amazing steal or deal or anything like that. So, let's see. I lost about $300 on that position. So although it says that I'm only down 115, I don't know why it does that, but I'm down like 250, almost, because I was almost at 1700. So, yeah, about like 350 is what I lost as of right now. Yeah, natural gas report is in about 28 minutes for all those that are asking. And no, I will not be holding for those that want to ask that. I mean that with like the most, I'm sorry, that was like pretty mean the way that I said that. I apologize. But yeah, I don't hold them or hold UGAZ or DGAZ over that natural gas report. Yeah, it looks like the MACD might be peaking out. So I just don't want to hold it as, I just want to get completely out and start fresh. It's $300 that I ended up losing. It's all good. much more to be made, right? Can't complain. Very blessed, thankful. Boom, boom, pow. So 1363. Yeah, about $400 is what I lost on that trade. No, 300 and like something. Yeah, like 350 around there. But again, I want to focus a little bit more on a more clear direction. So I feel like I did a pretty good job building myself this like nice little margin of profit. I did a really poor job here thinking that the overall direction and demand, right, that it was going to continue to rally as soon as the market opened. We saw right away that that was not the case. But you know, I really hope, I mean, these different things that we're covering right now in the live stream, I think are something that are like, you know, very effective and hopefully can guide some of you guys in the right direction to not make the same mistakes that I've made. And of course it goes up. Again, I could always get back in if I see that there's more of a clear indication of an uptrend. Great. But as of right now, I struggled to see it, right? I saw that it was peaking out again, and I saw that MACD was peaking out, and I just didn't like it. So sweet, Frank. Super happy to hear that. Thank you. Check out /CL. Holy buckets. What's the direction for the day? That's a descending pattern. So UWT. Okay. Let's try this. So 12. Okay. How much is this? 1,000. By 1,000 shares. Spread isn't too bad. I like the volume. Let's see if we can get a reversal. Oh, my first position that's not UGAZ or DGAZ for a while, right? So let's see. Shush, Ishmael. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to move this on over and keep me up to date with natural gas. I want to see if we can do a nice little, especially as we're getting closer to the natural gas report. Here we go. I'm going to need to show you this. Look at this, /CL, showing signs of a peak formation. Oh, there we go. DWT, send it just to get filled. Boom, there we go. 1291. There we go. Let's check this out. DWT. And then the max that I'll do is another 1,000 shares. Once we break above like $13 and really start to show signs of a reversal, my desired exit point would be a little bit before the overall, what is that called? EMA line? What is that called? Have you ever held during a report? If so, what did you learn? I believe I've held it twice. Once was during the live stream, just like I did a small position, stuff like that, and it was not in my favor. It's just like a guessing game, and it's not something that I don't want to guess with my money, right? That's more like gambling. I'd rather wait for the dip, and I think that would make much more sense to me. I have a better odd of, based off previous patterns and based on my experience, to do well with that. So I'm going to kind of leave this. I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, DGAZ is still selling off, and now where's UGAZ at? 130, freaking butt. There we go. I like the MACD now. Congrats to all those on DGAZ. You know, we're approaching this general resistance around 130 to like 132. So MACD now descending. RSI pullback. There you go. Let's see, can we make higher highs again? There we go. MACD on /CL is descending. Yeah, I'm just gonna, did my alert go off? No, right? Okay, my alert's still there, so we're good. Yeah, the overall direction for DGAZ is still trending down, right? We've talked about it, so it just continues to try to really consolidate. It's getting really close to the EMA line, so that's why I was a little iffy on UGAZ. But yeah, I hope it works out well for whoever's still holding either one of them. But again, just let's not rely on hope. Let's just understand like what's best to do. Is there like a greater good of just getting out, especially as we're getting closer to the natural gas support? And just imagine if it's not in your favor and how much you'll be down then and how that will make you feel. I think it's best just to focus on the pattern, the direction, and if it makes sense to you to continue to hold. Oh, we're consolidating. Here we go. Shoot. Yeah, I see DGAZ continuously get rejected by the 1 day, 1 minute EMA, right? I think I'm at that break-even point right now. Yeah, my average price for those that were asking is $12.91, and I have 1,000 shares. That's about $12,000. That's a little bit over 1/3 of what my normal position size is. Again, that's why as it's moving and stuff like that, do you guys see that? Like, I don't care too much for it. The monetary aspect is not affecting me, even if it drops like, let's say, a full like what like 1 or 2%. That's still something that I can manage, and you know that's the risk that I'm willing to take, and I'm comfortable with it. And that's, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's say, yeah, DGAZ is still getting rejected by that EMA line, but it's also consolidating. So it's building like this like flat line support. Just check this out. If you're really struggling on UGAZ to break that resistance, just watch out. If it breaks below the support, great. If not, watch out for a potential bounce around this general area. Oh no. Verizon. Just paid my phone bill a couple days ago. Not doing too hot. I need to make $450. Ah, /CL just broke above its resistance. Dingleberry. Nice. Here we go. Let's make sure, let's hope that natural gas report isn't a duck fart. I've never heard that before. Let's see what the damage is. Here we go. Back to this SMA line. I think DGAZ just broke below its support. UGAZ back above 130. There we go. Almost to 131. There we go. All right, here we go. What's going on, Simon? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm trading, so I'm not looking at the messages too much. There we go. Wow. Ooh. That would have been my break-even point. It's all good. Tears. There we go. Where's it at? 132.40. Again, now we're approaching this general area where it's a little bit more on the overbought side. It's up to you on when you guys want to lock in profits, but you know, just know that. Look at the RSI, look at the MACD. Would it make sense? Is there a reason to it? Again, there we go. Nice, another push up. Sweet. I think we just made highs for the day, right? There we go, 132. Overall highs for the day. Ooh-wee. There we go. Do you not understand the psychology behind you selling early? What do you mean? Enlighten me. The air's too thin for me up here, guys. Happy to hear that, Ace. See. We have about 14 minutes until the natural gas report. All right. Wow, nice little sell-off. Hope you guys were able to lock in profits. Sweet, sweet, sweet. How often is the natural gas report? Once a week. There goes DGAZ once again. This is interesting. Are you going to hold DWT trade as a swing trade? It will come up. No, I'm not going to hold it as a swing trade. So for those under the PDT rule, what are some ways that they can improve while not taking active positions? What about paper trading? Is that not something that you would consider? Let's see. Okay. No, I don't use that too often. Yeah, I like that. Why don't I hold my winners longer? Just due to I used to really what's it called? I don't want to say greedy, right? But I used to like really try to ride and maximize every single like trade and every entry and every exit, mainly every exit. And I found myself to give back more of the money that I was up because then it began to sell off, and then I would just be like, okay, well, I just wish I could sell it back at where it was and stuff like that. So I'd rather just lock in profits and walk away and feel comfortable that way. I know that I can follow with a trailing stop loss, and maybe if I get in for a really good price, but when I scalp, I'd rather just lock in profits. But yeah, thank you for asking. Alrighty. 10 minutes. Alrighty. Here we go. And again, I don't know if DWT is going to fully reverse, but it's definitely something that we could follow up with. It's definitely consolidating, and /CL is starting to show signs of a peak formation. But again, it's still above the EMA line, which has been acting as a really strong support. So a lot can happen, right? Let's set those alerts and follow up with it. I'm super hungry and I need water. My stomach is growling. And there it goes, /CL. Back at it again. Here we go. There goes DGAZ and UGAZ. UGAZ back nearly where I sold it. Yeah, ace. I feel you on that one. Yeah, I do sometimes feel just because we want to be cautious of that we don't hold too close to the report that, we just don't overtrade. But also, I think it teaches us a good discipline, right? So. Man, these are like the longest 7 minutes. Ricky, you done with school for the semester? Yes. Jesus, I am done. Are you going to buy after the report? That depends if the margin of profit is worth it. But I believe so. Here we go. /CL. Getting closer to that EMA line. Oh no. Oh, don't do it. I use a margin account. What is hungry? I don't know if you're kidding. It just means that I want food. I'm not too sure. There's been a lot of volatility this week. So also, I think that natural gas, if it's still in favor of natural gas just because it's been extremely bullish, that it pulled back a lot. So I last time the natural gas report came out, do you guys remember that it was natural gas was already so overbought, although when it was in its favor, it didn't push up too much because, again, the catalyst wasn't that great. I think the same thing, or kind of like the opposite, can happen, that if it's in favor of natural gas, because it's a little bit more on the oversold side, it could act as more of an aggressive catalyst for it. So we're right on the EMA line. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Come on, Rick. What you doing? I wish I could. Have you guys ever thought of that? I wish I could pause time and then just sleep so I don't lose any hours. That's how much I like being awake. There we go. Boom, boom, pow. Let's see, and let's wait for lower lows. Go get some water. There's 4 minutes left. Okay. All right. You got me. I'm going. Oh, watch out for DGAZ. DGAZ is selling off. Or is the middle VWAP's acting as a resistance. How we doing? Ooh, DGAZ is selling off. We got two. What is that? Yay. Sweet. Let's wait for them higher highs to form, right? Here we go. I command you to grow. Okay, now I'm kind of stuck in a pickle. There's about 1 minute left until the natural gas report comes out, but then now this thing is reversing. And now, okay, well, it's still not showing higher highs. I mean, it is in a sense of this, right? But it's not, it hasn't validated the EMA. Like the EMA line isn't fully pointing up, so. Can I tell you about my goal? Of course, yeah. So, but yeah, okay. Play both, said no one ever. Here we go. No. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Being not in favor of natural gas. So that's in favor of DGAZ, right? There we go. Sell off, sell off, sell off. This is actually perfect in my opinion. So let's see what happens. Come on. So you guys selling off. Perfect. Freaking poop. That was baloney. Here we go. Okay. Looks like I got my pick here, right? You win some, you lose some. All right. So, what was your plan buying with that limit? Yeah, I usually give it a little bit more time for whichever one sells off to sell off, but it didn't do it. It sold off very quick and then pushed up. Yeah, that made no sense. It's okay. We'll see. Sometimes it has like a last minute push or pullback, so we'll leave it at that. But it's all good. As long as we invest in patterns that are showing signs of growth, it's all that matters, right? So I'll keep you guys up to date with my DWT position. I'm going to go trade from my room and my bed. My back hurts. I'm tired. I need food. Oh, man. There's something that I wanted to ask you guys, but I forgot. It was like an idea that I had, but I should really write these things down. Oh, like what you guys would think about, oh shoot, oh my goodness, now I'm in on this position. Oh, baloney, I'm not gonna have enough. Oh, guys, okay, well, I'm gonna miss out on this one, but Dinglebutt. Oh, no. It's all good. Okay. Well, I'll keep you guys up to date. If I remember my idea, I'll let you know. But yeah. So no tangent today. No, nothing fancy today. We kept it pretty simple with everything, right? So now I'm down to $1,300 profit. So I've given back about $300. I still have an open position on this, so I feel pretty comfortable with that. And and so many of you guys have been asking, like, Ricky, like, why have you not been making videos of like recapping and stuff like that? I did a bunch of recapping videos for like 5 weeks, and people started, like, the views were just not there. On top of that, the feedback wasn't there. People were not saying that that stuff was that helpful. If you guys saw the past 3 videos that I made, were more based off of like value and information and stuff like that, and I think it resonated a little bit better with our audience. But then now people are asking for me to recap, so I might do a recap today. And then I have a super cool edit for when I bought the McLaren 720S that will be coming out at around like maybe 3 to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I want to thank you guys again so much for your time. Thank you for hanging out with me for about an hour. I really do appreciate it. I wish you guys the best, and hope you guys all have an amazing and productive day. Let's keep it simple. Let's make sure that, if we want our accounts to grow, that we invest in patterns that are showing signs of growth, and that we lock in profits, and that we focus in the future and not just try to make money just for today, right? Because again, it's the consistency factor and how we can grow it that could really ultimately lead to an actual like just successful like life and future and stuff like that. So thank you guys again for your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it